Pour le warm-up aujourd'hui, les directions disent vous pouvez écrire les formes du verbe voir. Can you write fill in the forms of the verb voir? So we went over these yesterday. So let's see here. Chantal, quelle est la forme je pour voir?
Je vois, V-O-I-S.
V-O-I-S, je vois. Excellent. Marie, pour tu?
Voir is something.
Same way. C'est similaire à je. Pour il et elle et on, Chantal?
Voir is V-O-I-T.
Très bien. The new form, Marie?
Voyons, which is V-O-Y-O-N.
Voyons. Good. Vous form?
Voyer, V-O-Y-E-Z.
Et finalement, le il, elle, pluriel, Marie?
Voir, and it's V-O-I-E-N-T.
Excellent. Okay, so voir, voyons, voyez. Très bien. Ok, excellent. Nous allons regarder l'exercice que nous avons fait hier en classe. C'est à la page 299 dans le livre. Exercice 8. Où ça? Okay, so we're telling what these people see based on where they are. Pour numéro 1, we have je as the subject, Carrefour is the place. Marie, what is the full sentence?
Je vois les feux rouges à la Carrefour.
Okay, je veux le feu rouge au Carrefour. We want au Carrefour there because it's a masculine word, as opposed to having à la. So, au Carrefour. Okay, bien. For numéro 2, we have nous as our subject, rue is the place. Chantal?
Nous voyons la voiture sur la rue.
Excellent, nous voyons la voiture sur la rue. Pour numéro 3, Marie?
Tu vois une robe à la boutique.
Tu vois une robe à la boutique. Excellente. Et finalement, numéro 4, Chantal?
Elle voit les légumes à la marché.
Oui, elle voit les légumes, since there's more than one of them. Les légumes, L-E-S. OK? Au marché. Excellent. OK. Bien. Let's try, essayons. Let's try exercice 9. Et toi? So, ici, nous avons des questions personnelles de conversation qui utilisent les formes de voir. Ça se répond aux questions suivantes. Pardon. Pour numéro 1, Chantal, tu peux poser la question à Marie et Marie, tu réponds.
Est-ce que tu vois souvent tes amis?
Pour numéro 1,
okay.
ouais, exercise 9, exercice 9.
Oui, je vois souvent mes amis.
Excellent, je vois souvent mes amis, ok. Et pour numéro 2, Marie, tu peux poser la question?
Où est-ce qu'on voit beaucoup les samedis après-midi dans ta ville? I don't know what that means either.
Okay, so let's break it down. It's a long question. We've got ooh. What is the question word? So where does one see?
Or a lot.
Where does one see a lot? Oh, this we haven't seen this phrase before actually. So let's monde. Du monde, or in this case, du monde. Comes from the expression tout le monde. Basically, it just means a lot of people. Tout le monde means everyone. Beaucoup de monde would be a lot of people. So the question is asking, where would you see a lot of people samedi après-midi, which would be Saturday afternoon, dans ta ville? Dans ta ville. In your town or in your city. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Quoi?
So,
Oui, oui. So how would we say that? One would see a lot of people at the mall.
on voit beaucoup de monde
Mm-hmm.
au centre commercial.
Oui, absolument. On voit beaucoup de monde au centre commercial le samedi après-midi dans notre ville, oui, à Fort Wayne. OK? Bien. OK, pour numéro 3, let's see here. Marie, tu peux poser la question?
Est-ce que tes parents voient souvent des films français? My parents watch films in French.
Probablement, non.
So that means do you just use ne pas or anything?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oui.
Non, mes parents ne voient pas souvent des films français.
Excellent, oui. Mes parents ne voient pas les films français, oui. Mais moi, de temps en temps, je vois les films français, mais pas toujours. OK, pour numéro 4, d'habitude, Chantal?
D'habitude, quand est-ce que tu vois tes oncles et tes tantes? Family gatherings?
Oui, donc je vois mes familles, je vois mes oncles et mes tantes à les fêtes. Oui, les fêtes pour la famille, pour les anniversaires, ou pour le Noël, ou le Pâques, ou etc. OK? Bien. Et finalement, numéro 5, Marie?
Qui est-ce que tu ne vois pas souvent? What do I not see often?
Yeah, who don't you see very often?
Je ne vois pas mon oncle qui habite à Orca.
Oui.
Lives in Orca.
Oui, excellent, good, okay. Yeah, so she used qui in the middle of the sentence to mean, I don't see my uncle who lives in Oregon. Good, excellent, c'est ça. Ok, bien, très bien. Ok, maintenant, je veux que tu choisis, so choisissez, well, we don't choisir up there, but choisissez un endroit et écrivez ce que tu vois. So what I want for you to do is to think of a place, don't tell each other where. It can be a general place like at school or something like that, or it can be a very specific place at a specific restaurant or city or something. And I want for you to write out some things that you see there. We're going to pretend like you're actually there. What kinds of things do you see going on? What do you see? What kinds of maybe buildings or monuments do you see? What are people doing? So use vois, je vois, and tell us what is happening. We're going to try to guess where you are. I'm going to do one as well. So let's say maybe 3 sentences. What are 3 different things you see going on?
If you want to say like there's more than one chair,
Mm-hmm.
would you use je vois like les chairs?
Oui.
Okay.
Je vois, yeah. I would use des
Des
chaises.
chaises.
Like I see some chairs,
Okay.
des chaises, D-E-S.
How do you spell chair?
C-H-A-I-S-E-S.
Okay. Is the word for sun soleil?
Mm-hmm.
Is it S-O-I-E?
It's S-O-L-E-I-L. Vous êtes fini? Ok, voilà. Ok, Marie?
Je vois beaucoup de monde nager.
Ok.
We read the same thing.
Oh.
Oui, c'est pas grave, continuez.
Je vois un bateau.
Oh, en bateau. Oui,
Okay,
c'est ça.
Je vois ma famille et mes amis.
Oui. Ok, donc Marie est au lac. Oui. Et Chantal, qu'est-ce que tu vois?
Je vois des chaises plages. It's like beach.
Oui, ok, c'est ça.
Je vois le soleil. Je vois beaucoup de monde nage.
Bien. Ok, excellente. Donc elle est à la plage aussi. Oui, à la plage. Ok. Bien. Now, so for what? Now you both said I see a lot of people swimming, right? Who are swimming. So there you'd want to say je vois beaucoup de monde qui nage. And since beaucoup de monde means more than one person, we want to use the plural form, so ending in ENT. So in French you have to say a lot of people who are swimming. Qui nage. Ok, bien. Moi, je suis au dehors et je vois beaucoup des enfants et beaucoup de familles et je vois les lions et des zèbres et des éléphants et des vaches et toutes sortes de choses. Et je promène beaucoup. Où suis-je? Oui, je suis au zoo. Oui, je suis au zoo. Bien, ok, excellente. Ok. Bien. Ok, nous allons faire... Let's see here. Nous allons faire une page dans la cahier maintenant. Ces pages sont dans le cahier. Ok, avec le verbe voir. So ici, sur la page, nous avons les formes de verbe voir au présent et puis en passé composé. Exercice 9, c'est les formes présentes. Mais dans exercice 10, on doit utiliser le passé composé. Oui. So in exercise 10, you're really just using, they want just the past form of the verb voir, which means that you're going to be using vous in each of these, but what you have to change is your form of avoir to match the subject. Okay, so take a couple minutes if you want to work together on this.
Do you want us to do exercise 10?
Les deux.
As well?
Tous les deux, both of them.
So, it's two girls, so, yeah. No, it's just one, the first one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then the second. This one's already seen. That doesn't matter, just the first one. J'ai vu. Non, j'ai vu. the last one? Okay.
Okay. Okay, so for exercice 9, we have Héloïse et Lucille. Oui, Héloïse et Lucille, deux filles. Let's see, Chantal, tu peux lire la phrase?
Héloïse et Lucille voient une voiture entre la pharmacie et l'hôpital.
Ok, bien. Et le premier, oui, voit, V-O-I-E-N-T. Ok, pour numéro 2, Mary? Oh, oui, c'était numéro 3. Ok, oui. That's okay. Vous voyez un feu rouge au carrefour. Ok, et pour numéro 2, Chantal?
Je vois un vélo devant la station de métro.
Excellent. For numéro 4, Anselm is the name here. Anselm. This is a woman's name. Qu'est-ce qu'elle voit, Marie?
Elle voit un pont derrière la rue Ampère.
Ampère, good. Okay, and which spelling do we want here?
V-O-I-T.
V-O-I-T, très bien. Numéro 5, Chantal?
Nous voyons beaucoup de fleurs chez la police.
Très bien. Numéro 6, Marie?
Est-ce que tu vois un taxi près d'ici?
Très bien. What does that mean? Un taxi près d'ici.
Do you see a taxi like?
Yeah, like, do you see a taxi around here or near here? Good. Et numéro 7, Rebecca. Chantal?
Rebecca veut aller voir la nouvelle église.
Excellent. So in this last one, number 7, we want to use the infinitive because we already have the conjugated there, right? So she wants to go to see the new church. Here we have 3 verbs in one sentence, right? And so since the first one's conjugated, everything else that follows has to be infinitive. Okay, good. Pour exercice 10, it says, Une chose étrange est arrivée en ville. A strange thing happened in town. La police pose des questions à tout le monde. Complète chaque phrase avec la forme correcte du verbe voir au passé composé. So we have Karine, Adrien, et l'inspecteur. Oui, so let's see. Marie, would you be Karine, et Chantal, Adrien, et je suis l'inspecteur?
Okay.
J'ai vu un vase en brun et une femme blonde devant la banque.
Lucien et moi, nous avons vu une voiture noire qui va très lentement.
Lentement. Est-ce que vous avez vu une vieille dame avec un très grand sac?
Non, mais nous avons vu une mère avec 6 enfants pénibles au marché.
Do you want me to read this?
Ah oui.
Et moi, j'ai vu un gros chien méchant devant la poste. That sounded
Ah oui, non, c'est correct, c'est correct. Personne n'a vu cette dame aux cheveux blancs. Qui est-elle? Voilà. Trying to figure this out. Qui est-elle? Une dame aux cheveux blancs. Et elle est dans une voiture qui va très lentement. Et elle a un très grand sac.
It's a big purse.
Oui. Je ne sais pas. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be someone specific or not. Maybe, peut-être Cruella de Vil. Quelque chose. She has a black car that moves very slowly and white hair. Peut-être. Et elle est méchante. Je ne sais pas. Okay. Bon, excellent. So it sounds like we got all of the correct helping verbs there. Très bien. Okay. Oui, they do. They mentioned a big mean dog. Okay. Bon. Voilà. Are we good on voir? Do you
Yeah.
think? Okay. I think so.
This
too.
one's easier than the other one.
Yeah. Oui. Je suis d'accord. I agree. I think we'll go ahead then and we'll keep on trucking through the chapter. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look with the last couple of minutes at. We have 2 other verbs in this chapter. And these are the verbs savoir and connaître. So we'll just kind of go over the forms for today, and then tomorrow we'll work a little bit with these. So, tournez à la page 300, 300, 300. Now, we really already know a form of one of these. We know the expression je sais and je ne sais pas. What does je sais mean? Or what does je ne sais pas mean, I should say? I don't know, yeah.
So you say I do know.
Right, je sais would mean I know. Okay, so we've seen this before, but now we're going to take a look at what the whole verb is like and kind of in what context we would use this. So je ne sais pas, I don't know. And so to make it affirmative, all we do is just take off the ne pas, right? And it becomes je sais. Okay, now, you can just use je sais on its own, just like we can in English. Okay? What is the answer to this? Oh, I know, je sais, right? But a lot of times it'll be followed by something else. For example, we can follow it with a noun. Right, like, oh, I know the answer. Je sais la réponse. Okay, or we can also use this verb to tell what we know how to do. So it can also be followed by a verb. For example, for you guys, you might say, je sais danser, which would mean I know how to dance. Okay, and so just like with any other verb, because we already have this one and it's conjugated for je, the following verb would be an infinitive. Okay, so like it says in the top, at the top, excuse me, of page 300, savoir is the infinitive of this verb here. Savoir means to know, as in to know information or a skill, to know how to do something. So I know how to swim, I know how to cook, I know how to speak French. Okay, I know your name. I know the address. I know the answer. Okay, so go ahead and let's copy down the forms then of this verb. This is irregular, just like voir, so it doesn't follow any pattern, it just kind of has its own forms. So we have je sais, S-A-I-S, tu sais, S-A-I-S, and il and elle sait, S-A-I-T. Then we have nous savons, S-A-V-O-N-S. Vous savez, S-A-V-E-Z, and for il and elle plural, oh no, the wrong, it's savent, I'm sorry, just be this way, savent, il, elle, savent, S-A-V-E-N-T. Okay? So singular forms, like normal, are all pronounced the same. So sais, je sais. Now if you remember last year I talked about, or I might have mentioned it this year, diphthongs. Diphthongs, do you remember what a diphthong is? That's liaison. That's liaison when you make the Z sound to connect two words. A diphthong, diphthongs don't exist in French. A diphthong is when you have a one-syllable word that kind of sounds like a syllable and a half, right? So in English, if we say the word say, as in I say to you, say, since we let our mouths rest at the end of a word in English, it sounds like say, we have a y sound at the end, but we don't want to make that sound in French. So it's very short and crisp. It comes out je sais, instead of je sais. You hear the difference? Okay, so I'm keeping my mouth taut when I say that. Répétez classe, c'est.
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 Okay? And then our plural form, so we know how to do something. Nous savons.
Nous savons.
Vous savez.
Vous savez.
Ils savent.
Ils savent.
Okay, and then elles savent. All right. So, let's do a couple of example sentences then. So we might say something like, well, let's take a look at this, because this phrase actually has come up in the chapter already. Vous savez. We've just seen it inverted. Savez-vous? Do you know? So this is a good phrase to know if you are looking for something when you're traveling. If you want to ask somebody, do you know where the information desk is? Do you know where bathrooms are? Do you know how to get to this location? You can ask vous savez or savez-vous. Both means the same thing. So savez-vous? We'll use the example of, do you know where the bathroom is? Vous savez où sont les toilettes? Okay, so here this is a question where we're asking for information, right? We're asking if this person knows where the bathroom is. That's a piece of information. We might also ask somebody, vous savez parler français? Do you know how to speak French? Okay, so same, we're still using the same verb, but we're asking for another kind of information, right? Do you know how to do something? Do you have this skill? Okay, so those are the two contexts in which we use this verb savoir, which means to know. Now there is another verb that means to know, and that is connaître, and that's why they're presented together in the chapter. And connaître, we don't have time to write out the forms, but we'll look at this tomorrow, and they're here in your book in purple. Connaître means to know as in to be familiar with something. So for example, if I wanted to say, oh Paige, do you know Mrs. McLeish? As in, have you met her before? Do you personally know her? Are you familiar with her? That's where you'd use connaître. Or do you know of a good restaurant around here? Have you been there? So connaître has more to do with your life experiences, right? Have you seen this? Do you know the movie such and such? Do you know the movie Hunger Games, right? Like, have you seen it? Do you know what it is? Are you familiar with it? So that would be with connaître. So we'll take a look at that tomorrow. And no homework for tonight. Go ahead and stop there.